I've got a fantastic video for you today. I'm going to lead you through a series of drills that work to build on one another. So you start from level 1, you move to level 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's the promise I can make for you. If you follow these drills with the exact prescription that I give you, you're going to hit some incredibly solid shots. You're going to hit it straighter, and you're going to be shooting much lower scores when you get done with this. In fact, this is my favorite drill. If you only had to do one drill for the rest of your life, this would be the one that I would pick to hit the ball fantastic. So let's jump in. Well, the key of the swing really starts with coming through impact correctly. And if we look at PGA Tour players, all great golfers, the best golfers at your home club, best golfers on tour, all golfers on tour, when their hands are in front of their right leg, the club shaft is parallel to the ground. Then from there, they move through, their body opens, the left side is really connected, which I'll get to here in a minute, and they have shaft lane compressing this golf ball against the face, and then from there, they're going to feel like the ball stays on the face really long. So people say getting the ball stuck on the face, say covering the ball, having compression. I'm going to lead you through exactly what that means, but you're going to feel like the club face is on the ball for a long time through contact, which gives you a lot of distance and a lot of consistency at the same time. So that starts with a half backswing drill into a full extension, and I'll show you exactly what I mean here. So to start out, let's not even hit a golf ball yet. Let's work on it, just getting the basics down. So we're going to swing back to about halfway in the backswing, left arm roughly parallel with the ground, and from here, I either want your club just shy of a 90-degree angle or at the most 90 degrees. Now that's all we're going to do for the backswing, a little half backswing drill, and then from there, as we open up and start to shift our weight to the left, get our weight on our left side, we should feel as though the club sets back as our body opens up, and that's possibly the most important thing in golf, is to feel like you transition and the club is still setting back this way or lagging behind. Then from there, we're going to hit the golf ball and really extend through the golf ball. And a good way to know if you're doing this correctly is you're going to feel like your arms will stay straight for as long as possible. So you could stop the end of the swing here, both arms straight, club head really far away from me, and I'm just feeling like my club is sticking on the golf ball and the golf ball's riding the face all the way through there. Or you can go a little bit farther if you want to get some more distance. As you come through, the club's going to be here. Now, I know I'm doing this wrong if my wrists start to rehinge, meaning they're not an extension of my arm, or if my arms start to bend. So as soon as my arm starts to bend, that's really not what you want to do here. And the reason for that is if my arms bend, so if I finish here, what could have happened is my arms could have started to bend and fold up. I could have got a chicken wing. I could have casted at the ball. I could have flipped or scooped through contact down here, and it's showing up at the top of the swing. But if I make this little half back swing, and I feel like my arms do get extended and stay straight through here, I know none of that broke down. So I'll get shaft lane, I'll get compression, I'll get everything moving through the golf ball as you extend through there, and your arms being straight and the club being an extension of it is a telltale sign that you've done that correctly. So let's start out with just some practice swings, half back, extended arms through, and we're just going to brush the turf as you're doing this. So a little half back swing. As I shift to the left, the club's going to lag behind, and then from there, full extension of the arms. You'll notice when I hit the mat here that it's a nice brushing sound. It's the same sound each time. So what I want you to do is 20 reps, trying to brush the turf the exact same amount every time. So you don't want to chop down into the turf. You can do this from a rolled up piece of carpet in your living room. You could do it on a mat like this. You can do it at the driving range on grass. Whatever you want to do it, this is great because there's no excuses. You can do it in your backyard if you want to, or in your garage. You don't even have to have high ceilings for this drill because we're just going half back, full through. Now, another key checkpoint is you're doing some more of these and getting that same brushing sound. I'm going to feel like I get as much speed through the ball as I can without letting this break down. So I want to feel like my club is really accelerating from here on through impact, getting the speed into the golf ball. And again, as long as my arms are straight, that's okay. Now, if I'm looking from down the line, what I don't want to do is start coming across the ball. I want to feel like my arms, as they extend, would be pointing at the target or even a little to the right of the target. So as I extend, it's going to be like this, where they come through, pointing a little bit more inside out. That way I know I'm from the inside. And when I finish, I'm not going to be over here somewhere. I'm going to be at the target when I come through there. So I'm going to do 20 swings, brushing the turf. Once I get the feel of that, I'm going to go ahead and start hitting some golf balls doing this. So again, let the body lead the way, then let the arms extend through the shot. There we go. Now what you'll notice here, I'm hitting it pretty far for a 9-iron with this follow through and this little shorter backswing. So I hit it 142 yards in the air, 148 after it rolled out. That's pretty good for a 9-iron for a half backswing extension drill. You'll be surprised how far you can hit it when you're doing those little shots. Now, another thing is when I hit this ball, I don't want to feel like my club is glancing across the ball. What I mean by this is I don't want to feel like I extend through it and my club kind of rolls to the inside of the ball and the ball rolls off kind of this way off to the right of the club. I want to feel like when I hit this golf ball, I extend through it and my club gets to the outside of the golf ball. So if you can imagine that with a giant impact bag here, I'll grab one of these. You could use a pillow, an impact bag, whatever. You don't even have to do this, more for demonstration purposes. I don't want to feel like let's imagine this is the golf ball, this is my club. I don't want to feel like I come through and let my club slide across the inside of the ball. I want to feel like I come through and my club releases on the outside of the golf ball. That's going to ensure that I keep the energy into the ball as long as possible, and it's going to ensure that the ball draws from right to left. As you get better and better at this, you'll start to feel a club that goes across the ball this way is going to be a slice. A club that releases outside the golf ball that way is going to be a draw. And a club that releases through the ball and it feels like the ball stays square on the face as long as possible is going to be a straight shot. So I'm really starting to feel how does my club face release as it moves through the golf ball here. So if I want to hit a draw again, compressing the ball, I'm extending through it, and my club is releasing on the outside or the right side of the golf ball is going to be my sensation here. So let me go ahead and draw one. And again, if I'm drawing it, releasing this way, I'm not releasing that way over here. Let's do a little half swing, really long arms through contact. There we go, and a nice little draw there, 145 yards again. I feel like my club is stuck to the ball and it's staying on the ball all the way through here, and it's like my club is almost touching the screen before the ball comes off the face. That's obviously not what's happening. The ball is maybe stuck to the face for a quarter of an inch or so, but that sensation is what you want to feel if you're going to be really, really consistent. Now, another thing here, as we're doing this, you want to feel like as you're in transition, I don't want to pop up out of my posture. I want to stay down on this golf ball. That way that I'm closer to it and I can really extend through there. I'm going to feel like my chest is almost covering on top of it. That's what covering the golf ball comes from. I feel like I'm on top of it. And the cool thing about that, when you get more on top of it, you automatically start to get a little more shaft lean, and that compresses the golf ball more. So as I turn this loft down, I get more and more energy from the club out into the golf ball. And when you do this, it just feels amazing how much you can get from it. So let's go ahead and hit a hard one here. I'll do a half backswing again. I'll put a little extra into it, a little more speed through the impact zone into the follow through, and I bet you I can get maybe even 150 with this 9-iron for a little half back, 3/4 through. 159 with my 9-iron on that one. Now, another key here, when I'm finishing, my body has to be in the right position in this follow through if I'm going to do this correctly. My right foot has to be completely off the ground. That's the only way I can get my body moving through there to keep the club feeling like it's on the ball. If my body stops, if my right leg stays glued to the ground, no matter how much I want to extend, I'm going to fold up and I'm going to have this kind of a collapsed position in the follow through. The only way to get that extension through there, hips have to rotate, that foot has to come completely off the ground. You'll also notice my weight when I'm doing this is completely balanced on the front leg. So I'm going to feel like all my momentum is moving through that golf ball, like I'm hitting it with a heavy hit through the ball rather than feeling like I'm falling back and coming across the ball or flipping at the ball with my hands. It's going to feel like all my momentum from my body is just transferring into the ball and delivering it through impact into the follow through. That's the sensation you want to have if you're going to hit it really solid and consistent. So weight stacked over my left. In fact, I want to feel like I could have a conversation with somebody as I'm getting this follow through. So let's go ahead and hammer another one. I'm going to step on it a little bit. I may go a little past half on the backswing, but I'll try to go halfway back. And let's see if we can step on this 9-iron and really get long through the follow through. And I probably tried to overdo it a little bit. My hands folded up a little. If you start to do that, you may be going too fast, back off of it. But from there, 158 yards carry, again, it doesn't look very fast. Watch how slow I can do this too. The cool thing about this is it saves up the energy and then bam, it delivers it through the ball with all this compression, and you don't feel like you have to swing fast at all. So again, here's a 9-iron. I'm going to go just buttery slow on this thing, and let's see what kind of distance I get. All right, that was almost barely moving. And I got 122 yards. Felt really, really solid on the face. So I'd recommend starting out like that. And again, the big key here, you just got to feel this face. That's probably the number one thing that I find with players is they're not paying attention to the face because we get so much instruction that we start to think about what does the body do, what's the arm do, what position is my club in. Like 100 swing thoughts, and we're not feeling the face through contact. I want you to feel the face, feel the ball gather on the face, and feel the face stuck to the ball all the way through there. Let that club release on the outside of the ball. And man, you're going to be hitting some great shots. I don't think I could possibly hit a ball better than that. Half back swing, little 3/4 follow through here. I'm standing up as though I could talk to someone comfortably in my finish position, arms extended, and I hit that 149 yards with a 9-iron, and it's compressed as good as I've ever compressed one. In fact, if I'm ever off track, this is probably my favorite drill to do to start feeling the solid strike again. Now, there is one more thing that makes a huge difference when you're doing this, and that's how you start your downswing. If I'm rushing the downswing, if I'm really quick from the top, man, it is so hard to keep from getting steep and to pop up out of my posture and start scooping the club through impact. So if I go really hard from the start of this, you know, this is all going to break down. All my angles collapse. Rather than if I can be smooth and extend, that's where you're going to get the compression on the golf ball. Now I have a great bonus video for you. It's going to help you to smooth out that transition. If you feel quick in your transition, this drill is going to be tougher until you learn this piece I'm about to share with you. So I'm going to play a preview of that video here in 1 second. All you need to do is go ahead and click the card that pops up on your screen or the link down below in the description. You'll get instant access to that video. I can't wait to share it with you. Let's go and get started. Now the bottom line is that if you pull this club down to ring that bell or pull the hands more from the inside, what's going to happen is you start to rush your downswing from that pulling, and that can throw off your sequence. And we all know that once your sequence gets off, that is going to be the root cause of all your problems. Now, maybe you're being outdriven way too often, or you're terribly inconsistent with your strikes. Some of your shots are heavy, some of them are thin, some of them are off the toe, and then the next ones are way off the heel. Now you end up way over in the trees, you're in the tall grass, or maybe even the hazards all day long, and it really comes down to this. Clay, how in the heck do we fix it? Well, there's some good news. Well, there's only two things that you need to learn. First, you need to learn to shallow the club rather than pulling the hands down and getting the shaft in this steep position. You see, there's another way that the pros do this, and once you start to get that club on this shallower plane, more from the inside, then you pair that up with the right way to square the club face. And once you put these two things together, everything starts to fit in your swing. Now your buddies will start to get a little bit jealous because you'll start hitting solid, longer drives, time after time, and round after round. Now I'm going to teach you this right now on what I call the E-slot technique. Let's walk through exactly how to do it. So here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and take a swing to the top and get in a really good position. I want you to feel like your weight is mostly shifted to your right side and that your hips and shoulders are nice and free. I don't want to be locked up here. I want my knees to move, my hips to move. And that's going to allow me to swing my shoulders very nicely. Now, one thing that most people get wrong when they swing to the top is they don't get this tilt away from the target. So instead of being straight up and down or leaning to the left, I want to be slightly tilted away in what I call the stable fluid spine in my topspeed golf system. Okay, so now that you're at this great position at the top of the swing, what I want you to do is instead of pulling those arms straight down or ringing the bell, that's going to get the club shaft steep and get this elbow kind of flapping behind your body. I want you to do something very specific. I want you to take the tip of your elbow and move it in a specific way. Now, not this small bone on the inside of your elbow, but I want it to be right here at the tip, and here's what I want you to do.